Boom. Okay. Are you making C garbage collected? No. Nothing that crazy. Nothing that crazy. We're writing a simple garbage collector in C. Don't worry. As part of the as part of my course. You can do course here.
Mary Kate and Ashley. Mary Kate and Ashley. Mary Kate and
Mark and sweep. We're doing one mark and sweep and one ref count. Yep. We're doing both. Yo, what up, E? That reliably triggers on it. What a buffer event should I use when leaving a buffer with X and entering netrw? You can do like buff leave or buff enter and then check what file you were in before. I'm not 100% sure what you're trying to do, Ibra. Boot is freed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's a unit test library. Nice, that's funny. So you can run tests like this. So there you go. You see I'm going viral for some Rust code I wrote? Pog? No, bad cop, link it. Is it the thing where everything was falling apart? Are you rich already? 70k subs? Thanks, I appreciate that. I don't know. Nice, that's a good one. Did it is it bad cop underscore on this too? Nice. Oh, did you make it for terminal? Oh, I thought you were using the one that was part of that it was part of NeoVim one, because there's a NeoVim one that does this as well. Nice. Yeah, very cool. Why is it so difficult in C, C++ to free memory? You allocate, you free. Well, sometimes you don't remember to allocate, or sometimes you forget to free. Cellular Automata. Yeah, that one's a very cool plugin. What up, Diablo? Okay, so right now, I have the completed version of this, and so we basically just need to break it up into some smaller chunks, more or less. So probably the first thing that we need to do is we want to yoink like this here. Okay, so we have all of this here. Okay, great. And we have this. So the first thing we probably want to do is this is going to be ref counting GC. I'll write some of this later. I'm not going to be able to focus on writing it with chat saying random things all the time and distracting me. The first thing they need to do here is we're not going to have any of these other guys yet. I was trying to set another theme for netrw. Thought maybe using buff leave would work, but it doesn't always trigger. Weird. What we want to do right now is probably just this, and we can delete everything here. Oh, no, we'll want those. We don't want this, and we don't want this, and we... Oh, no, they will have already implemented this. Right. So the very first thing they need to do is to do update snake object to have a ref count field. Okay, so that's the simplest thing that they're going to need to do at the beginning. And what should we make them do? They already have at this point already written everything in object. Oh, so okay, actually I was wrong. We can make them... Which one am I doing here? So let's go to ref count GC. So actually I was wrong because they can have all of these. They'll still need actually... The thing they need to update is just this one to have ref counts. To do add a ref count field to objects, because they've already written everything else here. So they don't need, but they probably won't have, nope, they'll have this one. They'll have this one. They won't have a bunch of these functions yet, though. They don't know how to do this yet. Right. So that's what we need to delete from here, because they won't have those yet. And everywhere they had GC, we have to delete that. And we need to do this and this. Probably. Right. And then snake new. They won't have, they don't know how to do this yet. That's great. Got it. Yeah, I don't know, Ibra. It's, you should, like, autocomments are pretty reliable. So this should be basically what they have at the end of, the end of the last, basically, like, objects thing. Because before they do this, they'll have finished objects. So we go through and they figure out how to write basically everything for some simple objects like snake add and integer and all this other stuff. So this is good. They already have written all this. They already know. What's up, VS? So that part's fine. Will the memory management be just about it, or will it be covering the basics of C or anything else? Yes. So you will not need to know C to start the course. It will teach you everything. Like, here's all the C basics we're going to go over. And we go over, like, how do structs work. Then we go over, like, enums in C, unions in C, what are pointers, how do pointers work. Then we go over some stack and heap shenanigans. Then we go over some of the more advanced pointer things. Then we build a simple stack, because we're going to need that later. We build objects. They're like our R objects that we're using in our fake language, snake lang. And then after we do that, we build a Refcount GC, simple one. And then we build a simple mark and sweep GC. So it's like culminates each step along the way. There's no pre-existing C knowledge required. The content will be free, Bram, on boot.dev/teach if you want. But if you want to do the exercises, then you, with promo code TEACH, by the way. But I don't know how much it costs because it's what purchase parity price thing. Malik, Alec? Yeah, of course we're going to have to Malik and Alec. Of course we're going to have to Malik and Alec. Let's do has ref counts. So we want to just do something like this. Oops. Munit case. Run. So let's do something like snake object, new snake integer 10. And let's probably, I think we should make them set it to 1 when they first start. So let's go obj ref count equals 1. Ref count should be 1 on creation. Something like this. Why does that look so goofy? What the heck? All right, so this is the complete one. So we should go int ref count like this. Okay, it's fine. Why is that formatted in it this way? I've never seen it do that. That's, oh, whoops, that's why. Yeah, there we go. Real programmers use break. What about break? Do you have a university master's degree? No. Not sure how, but I'm not able to replicate the issue. Buff leave seems to work now. Nice. Okay, so that's the very simple one. I guess we should probably tell them to update all of the new functions to set it to 1. Oh my goodness. I just updated the wrong file. Chat, you're getting me distracted. Or did I? Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh no, we were good. We were good. I didn't choke. We're fine. I didn't choke. We're safe. We're safe. We're safe. We're safe. We're safe. I didn't do it. I just got confused afterwards. Nice. Okay. Cool. And cool. So now we can tell them also they need to go in here, and we'll make one of everything, I guess, is fine. New snake float 1.0. I think this will get messed up though because we're not freeing these. Yeah. Do we have a... So this should just say ref count is 1. Okay, so then this should go, but then we have errors because they're not what snake? It's a fake it's a fake language that we're making as part of the course. We're writing a garbage collector for it. I'm 30. Proves my whole university degree doesn't mean anything. Real programmers just compile the code in their head. Yeah, and they're the ones that answer the questions as they go. Okay, so do we already have free? Do we already have one for this? Did we make them write one for this or not already? Free. Snake free. We didn't make them write that yet. Really? What did I make them do here? I thought for sure we would have one where they have to write free for this. I just did it manually for them, I guess, in the tests. That makes sense because we haven't gotten that far yet. Okay. Yeah, because this will make it so that we didn't free this, right? Okay. Someone asked on SQ to write this course in CSS. Of course we can. Does anyone else find C syntax beautiful? I agree. Some parts of it are quite nice. 30 Dan's game. Exactly. Garbage collector without RAII? How? Well, it's because it's not actually for C, guys. It's for a pretend language. I mean, learn how to write garbage collector, read theory, then do it or something. It's part of the course. We're going to write a simple garbage collector. It's not going to, we're writing how a ref count garbage collector can work, a simple one. But they have to get further than that. I see garbage, I collect. That's unironically pretty close to how it goes. Okay, so this is the simplest one here. So we say, okay, we're going to add this, C or C++. I mean, I prefer C. So the assignment here is basically add a ref count field to snake object T. Update the functions.
Properly tail recursive, like
this field should be initialized to 1 when creating a new object. I will say snake object T. So then in this case, what we have here is they should edit snake new, and they shouldn't need to do anything with this one yet. They've already written this before, but they don't need this yet. So I think we can just delete this one for right now. We don't need that in this test yet to not overwhelm them. Yeah. Their theme stuff's not working? I don't know, I missed it. I wasn't paying enough attention. I'm doing great, Slammy. What about you? What do I think of Zig? It seems cool. I don't have a lot of opinions about it because I haven't done it a lot yet. You talk like creating new language is very trivial. You can interpret it? No, it's for a course, chat. It literally says writing garbage collector exercises. It's for a course. Yours, but not mine. Oh, interesting, Abra. Yeah, C3 seems cool. How important do you see is for everyone to learn? Completely useless. That's why I'm spending a lot of time. I'm spending a lot of time making the course. Okay. So the first one is they're going to add the Refcount field, and that should get initialized to 1. Great. So then the next thing is... we need to have something that just implements incrementing the ref count. CSS is forever, so it won't sign up for your course on your own advice. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so then for part 2, what we need to do here is complete. I remember a CGC where I had a reference increase to an integer that happened to have the same value as memory block. Not sure what you're saying. Refcount Inc. The first thing we need to do when keeping track of reference count is be able to increment it when a new item references it. As we go through the lessons here, you'll implement the skeleton of a ref count garbage collector. Something like this. We won't be implementing anything like detecting scopes or parsing files or interpreting anything. We're just focused on how the garbage collection aspect works. So the main functions you'll be incrementing are, so it'll look like these, which will be exercised in the tests for each lesson. The main is the Primogen. This is the side channel, the Primotimogen. I'm asking because I'm interested in the couch. But can you create language in that course, right? So you have some ideas how to do that? Yeah, I know how to do that, but I'm saying we're not going to do that. It's just like a pretend language, chat. Yeah. The focus is garbage collection and learning about memory management. That's the point of the course. You can read all about it in course. Bang, course. Which will be exercised in the test for each lesson. I'm a Python dude because C++ looks bad. There you go. Okay, so we'll start now with Refcount Inc., which is the simplest of the functions. It just needs to implement or to increment the ref count field that you added in the previous exercise. That's all. How to make a cool cider like you? How do I do it? Drink a lot of apples. Kind of like to be getting affordable courses from the goats. I hope so. I hope you like it. Yeah. Learn. Let it crash. Rust sucks. Sorry. Okay.
Love the taste of a good burger.
Fermenting is an important aspect. Yeah. Okay, so that's basically the thing that they need to do now. So we can go to here and we'll copy Snake. We'll copy both of these into here. And breaking news, Coffee Man betrays morals in favor of cider. So they won't have done this one, either of these yet. And then we don't need to do any of those yet. Imagine if someone does snake object t object as the syntax. What do you mean? Terminal cider? Nice. We're not on the BMVM. Yeah. Java will be the most popular language again in 2025. Learn it now. Have you ever used NeoVim? I've used it before. Like putting a space in the pointer. Okay. People can do that. It's legal. Okay, so that's fine. So all we're going to do now is we're just going to do something very simple like inc ref count. We'll do new snake float, something like this, 10.0. 420, of course. And now we'll do this, and then we should say inc ref count inc obj, and then there should be 2. Very simple. Very simple exercise. Great. Okay. So that's the simple one. That's the very simple one. So then the next thing we need to do is we need to start working on the decrement one. Okay, so we can make a new one. Decrement, ref count. Okay, we'll go here. Decrement, ref count. Finally, I'm tired of all the good collector exercise. Exactly. Because they're being a professor, I actually taught a lab professionally at my old college, and it was fine, but that sounds not fun at all. I don't want to be a professor. Since it was first like turtles, you get to write all the builders mess considering Zig. Zig, I think, would be probably closer to what you're used to in C++, probably. Balloon? Balloon what? Okay, so... Okay. That one was pretty easy, right? Hopefully. Now things are going to start getting a little more complicated. When we think about a ref counting GC, the interesting stuff happens when the ref count equals 0. That's when we actually collect the garbage. Up until then, we are just tallying what the count, or we are just keeping track of the count as we go. I'm trying to think what we can do as the very first one, because if we do this, we're not really ready to do this yet.
Made it properly tail recursive. Like,
Yes.
Ocaml is actually my favorite.
Yo, what's up, Shadow? What up, Craner? I use Pop OS. My favorite professors were retired from industry. Yeah, that would. I had one of my favorite professors was also retired from working. I liked him a lot. Or from the, well, he was still working as a professor, but yeah, you guys know what I mean. I'm trying to think what is the way that I do want to introduce this, because here's where we're going to have basically like a problem, which is that we need to introduce them to this concept too. Decrement and decrement ref count and freeing objects. We'll just go to here. We're ref counting for a bit today, yeah. Hearing people's experience on Rust sounds like overhyped and not that perfect of a language. Well, there exists no perfect language. There's lots of different problems and lots of different ways to solve it, right? So, okay, so when we're here, we should be able to do something like ref count. So I think probably Let's just put some more words here later. Pull into C in assembly now. Nice. When the ref count reaches 0, that means there are no references to this object anymore. So we need to free the memory automatically. That's kind of the whole point of a garbage collector. Up until now, you've been exploring how in C you have to manually manage your memory. But if you can remember back to the slow and easy days of Python, you never had to think about freeing an object when it was no longer referenced out of scope. This is the feature that we're going to start building now. For our first pass at this, we will only do it for integers to keep things simple. As we go a little further, we'll implement it for the rest of the types that we built for snake object T. I will say instead of types, we'll say kinds. Just want to use tools that was made for problem solving as well. Yeah. Plan to create my own framework / game engine anyways. Oh, cool. Just use Rust, not worry about it. Well, you get to worry about it a lot. You just solve it with the help of the compiler, right? Okay, so what other kind of skill set do you have? I don't know. It's a good question. Mostly just talking into the camera. All right, so assignment. Implement refcount deck, which should check if the refcount has reached 0, and if so, call refcount free on the object, right? Implement refcount free, but only for the integer kind. We'll handle the other kinds as we move forward in the chapter. Okay. Turns out it's Applebee's commercial. Nice. Even Nabjorn Strustrup knows 100% of C. Yeah, we are not. This is not a course to learn everything about C, that's for sure. Okay, so that's basically what they're going to do on this first one. So with that in mind, we can go to here and we'll uncomment both of these because we're going to make them now. And we'll yoink. And then we just want to do free obj and here. Okay. So that's basically everything we need to do right now. This is like the really simple case. And we don't want to have the integer one there yet because they don't know how to do that. I don't even know if I want to tell them. I mean, that's like, this is the really simple one, but in terms of difficulty, is it true that C is 1% of C++? I don't think that that's true. I mean, you can make maybe more of a mess in C++, but that's a different kind of problem. Okay, so now we want to do something where we're going to start writing some tests. How difficult would it be to write a browser in C? Well, I think it's difficult to write a browser in any language. So I don't think that that is like necessarily a C problem. Okay, so now we can do refcount inc of obj. We can do this, and then we should do refcount deck of obj, and this should be back to 1. And now we should be able to free this. Dec ref count test dec ref count. Object is still alive, so we will free manually. And then we want to go assert not boot is freed obj like this. This should work, I think. Yep, it's great. And we want to do one where we free it. Test ref count free is called, right? So now we're going to decrement this again. And then now it should be boot is freed here. And we don't need to do this. And that should, that's not going to get called yet. So that's fine. We should say free ref count test ref count free is called. And that should work. Awesome. So that's very good. When clicking on the logo on that C course showing a alert so the link destination does not exist. What? Clicking on your logo. What do you mean, Dev? This? Oh, interesting. Oh, that's funny. I don't know why that is. Huh, interesting. Ladybird is a from scratch. Yeah, Ladybird's very cool. And they had to raise like $100 million and it's not done, right? So, Trailer next, why do you ask someone on the internet what to do? To make sure you're not wrong? Do you know how much they'll charge for the course? Lucky, it's purchase price parity, so I don't know. So it's 25% off. Use my promo code though. But if you like, everything on boot is included. So if you purchase, you get access to everything on boot. How do I get to your level of coding? You start coding today, you ask good questions, and then you try and do more of that, and then you keep doing that, and you keep doing it more, and then that's it. So that's pretty much what you need to do. Or it's already even better hands-on experience than Exo. I intend to learn. Yeah. One char at a time. Get good at coding is 10,000 hours of coding. Yes, but it's not just about coding. It's also about it's not that practice makes perfect, chat. Practice makes permanent. So the way that you spend the 10,000 hours coding makes a big difference on how effective the 10,000 hours are, right? So if all you do is copy paste and you never think, that you're going to end up not thinking, right? So you need to think. You need to ask questions. You need to figure out what mistakes you made, why I made them, how to not make them next time, how to do a better job. Ask questions from other people. Algos in C is better than algos in Java. Why not both? I don't know. Instruction unclear, wrote hello world 100,000 times. Smart. 10K lines, code without errors, print hello world. Yes, exactly. My advice would be to get excited for something and build it. It's a good strategy. Would recommend. Can the Tesla chip in my head make me smart? I think some of you are beyond hope, no matter what technology they implant inside you. Sorry, Hendrix. What's your opinion on pursuing a career as DevSecOps cloud platform engineer? Seems good. I can give you a how to think course. My how to think course includes saying you should buy everything that I put out and also subscribe on x.com, twitter.com. Increment should be oh, did I say line 50? What did I say? Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, we should have done that for both. Thanks. Buy my course, 50% off. How many hours do you program in a day? It depends. Like right now, I'm writing my course more, so I'm not doing as much programming. But like before I was most of my job for the past few years has pretty much just been coding. My calendar was pretty much empty, so I don't know, like 5 to 8 hours a day. I think the upper limit program is like 12 hours. I don't know, it just depends. Like to do every day, that would be kind of bad. Please do not become sec DevOps, please. Me? I'm not going to. What do you think of mainstream UI programming? There's a lot of it. How it works, I might need to understand Vim for that. Why do you need to understand Vim? You just like go look at NeoVim source code. There's an architecture doc and some stuff like that. Do you have a 9 to 5 or are you a student? Neither. This is my job. What do you think about D's? I'm a big fan. Big fan. Is that not built on top of? I mean, it like NeoVim is a fork, right? So it's like we have all the source code in NeoVim. You know what I'm saying? So you can just read the NeoVim source code. You don't need to go figure out what the differences are. So in 5 hour free time programming, smart CC. You know what I'm saying, Lukey? Yeah. Okay, so that's probably D's CSS and your NeoVim. Got him. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so I think that that's probably good for the very first case. This is really simple. We can just do this for, maybe we should say, we should have them do this for float only for the integer, and float kind, right? We should do something like, maybe inside of here, I should have something like this, case float, and then this should like error. Exit 1. Put a nicer error message here. I can just include munit here. That's fine for now. That should still work just fine because we're not going to do anything. And then this one's for floats and that's for floats and this one's for an int. That's okay. There's none of the other ones are going to get called right now. What up, Yogurt? Man, if I create a language by accessibility DZ and not related to the language, so people ask what is D's, Lukey, that's pretty hilarious. It's a good strategy. We should have done that for the CSS files. For configuring NeoVim with CSS, and we're going to configure it with D's CSS. Like it only looks for things with .dz. That would have been so good. Oh man. Oh, that would have been good. Okay, so I think that this is a pretty good place right here to go. I asked about UI programming because in past life I was a mobile dev and had to say a single project didn't fit the curve of growth until a basic change takes a week. Yeah, I'm not really like a front end guy. So I'm not really the right person to ask. I don't really have any opinions because I haven't really done enough of it to say, oh, I really have your answers for you. Yeah. I mean, I've made front end changes and I've done front end code and I've written some React and things like that, right? But you once show total lines you've committed so far for my for my project. GitHub, boot, insights, contributors. It's going to be a little messed up because for a little while we added a bunch of code and then deleted a bunch. But there you go. So 20,000 net lines right now. I have a few, probably 1,000 more lines that I've written since the last commit. So I've done a lot of work on the course. Front-end development is for script kiddies and soy devs who can't handle the real programming. Well, then explain why all the websites suck. Why not just make a good one that everyone else would use, Mozzarella? That's what I want to know. Bad cop with 3 million lines. Bad cop cheats! Okay? Just changing things with bash scripts and doing it over the whole thing. It doesn't count. It's fake news. Okay? Fake news. Fake news. We're gonna find D's course. Bad cop, not sending their best. Not sending their best. Do you have any recommended coffee bean grinders to use Terminal Shop Coffee? I think it's called Fellow Ode. Yeah, that's the one. This one right here. It's a little expensive, but it's really good. And it's quite quiet and fast, which is nice too. But I've got this one. Really nice. Really nice. Waiting for a C-Course to come out so I can buy to support you. Thanks, Weirdo. I'm trying to get it done this month. Okay, that's the goal. Oh, I need these. Website sucks because they don't run in the terminal. sshterminal.shop. It's a good point, chat. Just shop in the terminal. Okay? Shop in the terminal. Okay, so I think we're ready to go to the next one, which is we'll do strings. Taco?
Like, yes. Okay, well, actually.
Are you planning on creating a course for C++? No, definitely not. 6 months of subbing, thank you.
Okay, ask me what 9 times.
Wait, did it just say you resubscribed for 5 months at tier 1? I don't understand. Can you subscribe for 5 months in a row ahead of time? Isn't that weird? There's no cookies, yeah. Twitch, but I'm generally looking forward to your course. Yeah, thanks, NixOS. All your standalone education you've done like bash money, great. Hey, thank you, Nix. I'm trying really hard for it. We'll see. Okay, that makes sense. 6 months. Okay, it just seemed weird because it said resubscribe for 5. Will the C-Course be in boot dev or separate? It'll be in boot dev, yes. So if you have a boot dev subscription or you get one when the course comes out, you'll have access to that and all the other good things. That looks like a good grinder. Yeah. Yeah, Shadow, I think it's good. I think it is a nice like price point for like it's good but not crazy expensive. C-Course will be in boot dev. Yep. Okay. What else is coming on boot dev? I don't know. You'll have to ask Lane. Or Bad Cop, if Bad Cop is still here. Okay, so now we need to do free string. Okay. So we'll go here and we'll go to this. And so now we're going to say Refcount free for strings. For integers, or we should say for integer and float, neither of those kinds needed to do any additional freeing when refcount free was called because they don't have any additional allocations. It just needed to free the object itself. The initial heap allocated snake object T that we get back from new snake integer and new snake float.
Oh, it's focused.
However, we have more complicated data types than that. Oh, what's up, Lane? Speaking of Lane, someone asked, what else is coming to boot.dev? Lane, time to shill. I know, that's how I know you've arrived. What's the rationale behind C into boot dev, though? I already know there's Python, JavaScript, Golang. Manually managed memory is important to like at least get some exposure to, and through this course you'll get a much better understanding of what's going on with garbage collection. So that's why. Technically probably need a full-blown coffee kit. Exactly, Shadow. What do you think about boot camps, which is basically bulimia learning? What is bulimia learning? I don't understand. Promo code TEACH. In this lesson, you'll need to implement handling freeing the data the data.v let's say the copied string, let's say the allocated string for the string kind. This change should only require making an update to the refcount free function. All the other functionality is handled the same for refcount inc and refcount deck. Is this course beginner oriented? Yes. You don't need to know anything about C when you start. I was showing this earlier, but I'll just show it again really quick. Like, we have all these lessons about introduction to C, how do structs work, how do enums work in C, how do unions work, how do pointers work, everything, right? So it's like, you don't need to know anything. But it's not going to be like you'll know everything about C when you're done, because it's literally impossible to know everything about C, because it's a fundamentally broken language. But that doesn't mean it's not really good to learn and not still useful to know. Other than memory management, what other things your course would provide that you think most courses don't provide? I don't know what you mean. It's going to be funny. You're going to laugh. You're going to cry. You're going to feel highs. You're going to feel lows. You're going to giggle. You're going to just have a fun time. Most courses I don't think can give you that kind of roller coaster of emotions like we'll give you at boot.dev. If you live stream everything, we don't need to buy your course. You already don't need to buy, because you can just look at the content for free anyways, Bram, when it's published. Okay, so in this case, now we just need to basically go to something like this, where we say, why can't you learn anything about C? It's not that much, is it? Salt my hammies, chat. They don't know. Test allocated string is freed. Okay, so we make a new snake string, and we say, hello at Wagslane, and then we do this, and then I think this should fail now. Oh, I didn't run this test yet. Yeah. Allocated string is freed. This should fail. Yep, beautiful. That failed because we haven't actually done that yet. Would you wear this like a NASCAR driver? Roboco Teach? Sure, of course. If you send this to me, I will wear it, of course. Yeah, I'll wear it around. I'll wear it in public. But like maybe a better font. You know what I mean? If you make it a better font, yeah, of course I'll wear this. Your German is a term when you have an exam and only need to learn for that exam. Afterwards, you get most of these things. Ah, I see what you're saying. I don't have a bunch of opinions on boot camps in general, because I think there's a huge range of boot camps. More in why it's fundamentally broken language, if you can. I'm really serious. Just like a crazy amount of undefined behavior, lots of foot guns to shoot yourself in the foot, just a crazy amount of security flaws, other things like this, right? But like that doesn't mean that it's not useful to know, or like useful to occasionally write things in. Ready garbage can expert in C. What are you doing today? What a coinky dink. I'm doing the same thing. But the way things are going, that's funny, Deagle. Promo code Tej. Hey, thanks, Em. I appreciate that. I'm not saying you can't learn how to write things in C quickly. Like in the course, we're going to go from not knowing how to do C at all to like learning C. But that's not the same thing as like you can learn all of C. Okay, so now we need to go back to here, and when we get to this, we'll go case string. We need to say free
recursion. It's a
the allocated
topic,
characters.
I finally have the best definition.
String, which is free this. Now when we run this, everything. What went wrong here? GC41. What did I not write yet? Oh, right. In new snake string. Doesn't that work? Oh, I need to ref count this one more time. What doesn't it like about this? We didn't go API for Snake GC41. Wait, why is this one not Not passing. Oh shoot, did I forget to do let's go to here. There we go. Yep, that's fine. Okay, great. Okay, cool. So that works. That's fine. For int I printf I var, this is C. What? Olive C? How to comment uncommon things? GCC. Probably help comment or like. Yeah. Honestly, ChatGPT will know. Will game dev ever be in the works for boot dev? I don't know. Yeah, I'm aware of why it works. Okay, so that's great. So this this makes sure that this isn't. So we should still be able to do assert string equal obj data dot v string string okay, that's great. Man. Oh, we probably don't need to say not an immediate feature, likely data engineering. That makes sense. People a game entirely in C. Yeah, I don't think we would do a game in C. What's the pretty font? It's Berkeley Mono. Okay, so now that's everything with C with string that we need to do. So now we get to some of the goodies. Let's go vector increment vector ref counts. All right, so now when we've got this, ref count vector reference kind. That sounds good. Any C is better than no C. We have now arrived at our first container data kind. What makes vector different than the kinds that we've seen so far is that vector, I did call it vector, right? Not vec3. I called it vector3. Okay. Is that vector3 references other objects. They are contained in the X, Y, and Z fields of the vector. This means that when we create a vector and place objects in those fields, we will need to increment the ref count of each of those objects. Otherwise, we will prematurely free those objects, and the vector will be left holding objects that contain freed or null that are either freed or null. This is bad. C will really not like when you try to access, when you try to read data from those. I'm garbage, come collect me.
Properly tail recursive, like
For Everdev, hey,
okay,
thanks for the
that's
sub.
actually
Push
my
rhyme.
favorite.
Why do you need a garbage collector? Just don't write garbage. Impossible challenge for most of you. Yeah. Is this going to be on boot dev? It sure is. C does not care. It's going to be on boot dev. Promo code TEACH for 25% off. Of course, chat. Of course. So the assignment, right, is update new snake vector. Did I call it new snake vector 3? Okay. New snake vector 3 to increment the ref count of each of the objects that it takes. Update ref count free to decrement the ref count of each of the objects. To increment the ref count of each of the objects that it holds or references, I guess, right? And objects that the vector references. Let's say that instead. We'll make it clear. That makes sense, right, chat? Everyone's following along. I think that this is good. Yep. Yup. So let's go back to complete here, and let's go ahead and go here, and let's go test vector 3 ref counting. So we'll make 1, 2, and 3. We'll say foo bar baz snake object vec foo ref count 2 bar and baz foo is now referenced by vec, and we can change this to say bar and baz, and then we need to go ref count dec foo ref count dec vec assert not boot is freed foo is still alive. And now we can do bar and baz and assert boot boot all freed. Yep. Okay. That won't work yet once we add this test to the list of tests that need to go. Back 3. Because these don't get freed yet. Yep. So we go to here. And now we're going to say, if we go to here and we do vector 3 in snake new, just to make sure that I put those in the same spot. Yap it. And include snake GC. Oh, I see what the problem is. It keeps on going to this when I'm doing... Oh, that's pretty annoying. It's a little bit confused where we are, but that's fine. Okay. So we go here. We'll put this here like this. And then we'll do include snake GC. Boom. So that's good. So now we should get those first ones passed. And then now we don't get the last ones. I mean, the message is kind of nice. Yeah, it actually works pretty good. Are you planning to use Valgrind to ensure the memory is freed? I do, actually. For all of the tests, we have that. When we're running them for the like the actual exercises, it's actually not using Valgrind. It's just that we wrap malloc and free, so that we can check to make sure everything gets freed when we're done. Can you do ref guessing? This one could be referenced. Seems pretty good to me. Case vector 3. So we need to do, when we did this here, we have vector 3. We just want to go like this. And we'll put this here. And break. Snake vector 3. We still have this, right? Oops. This was in snake object. Did I delete that? Snake vector. Yeah, that should be there. Oh, whoops. Yeah, of course. Stupid. Now that should pass. Awesome. Teach, can you implement a garbage collector using mmap and mremap? See mam2, mremap, don't unwrap map use cases. I don't know. gc.maybe a reference. Could be. Okay, so that works great. Coding Lua is quite productive. I think so too. I think Lua's nice and speedy. Okay, so that looks great. And I don't think we need to check anything else for this. Not bar and Baz. These are still alive. They have the original reference still, right? And then foo is still referenced in the vec, so it should not be freed. We'll just write some comments so they can figure out what's going on. Now decrement the ref count, the last reference to the objects, so they will be free. Okay, great. I started doing still plugin for myself in Neoven for ledger plain text accounting. Want to autocomplete the random comp. Crazy how fast. Yeah, it's actually pretty crazy how fast you can go. Okay, that's perfect. That looks amazing. That looks amazing. Do we need to go over anything else in how they would do this, right? Because these are the two sort of tricky spots. Ref count free and snake new. The manual page says that it can be used with user fault FD to implement GC algorithms. It can be cheaper and simpler than conventional techniques. Okay, but we're looking to make an illustrative GC, not that it's actually good, just for educational purposes. Saver to put, yeah, I know. I'm aware. I think Clang tells me that's not a good idea. Yeah. So it's for the course. It's so that they can learn how, some really simple ideas about garbage collection and memory management, right? Not like we made the world's best garbage collector. What do you think of the approach to learn Neoven by debugging it? It seems fine, I guess. I don't know. Teach finally got some pressure to finish stuff. I'm putting the pressure on myself. I want it done. I've been working on it a ton, though. Okay, so that looks good. Yeah, like, the tooling will just tell me if I wrote it backwards, Daniel. So it's okay. But I know what you're saying. I think that's probably everything we need to do for this. And I don't think we need to give them any more info than that. I think that's good. So the next one that we need to do is array. So now we do array ref count. Okay. Reference counting an array. This reference counting for an array is going to feel very similar to how we managed reference counting for our vector 3 kind. However, since array is of dynamic size, we can't just write. We'll just say we will need to loop through the items to decrement their count. Additionally, since the way we make the array in our API is using new snake array, and then what did we call this? Snake array set, I think, right? Yeah. Snake array set to place objects into the array. We will need to update snake array set. Yeah, because I think that's probably the only spot that we really need to, instead of new snake array, and you will once again need to update refcount free to decrement the refcount each of the objects. Yep. That seems pretty good. What else do I need to include? Say note. One tricky part to think about is what to do when we overwrite a value in the array. Overwrite in index in the array that has been set previously. Parser studies. Keep writing parsers. It's a good and fun strategy. Okay, so that's basically the bits that we need to handle there. So let's go ahead and run back to here where we have new snake array. We don't need to do anything with that right now because we don't have any items inside of here. But what we do need to do is we need to go to our snake util. Maybe we'll just call this snake array because I feel like or maybe I'll put this somewhere else. I don't really like util. Snake object. Put in snake object C is fine. Snake object dot C. We need to include these. Snake new. Snake util, and then let's go back to here, and we'll go here and take this, and we'll go to here and go down here and do this. Okay, that's fine. We should go to the README and mention the snake array set function can be found in snake object.c that you will need to update. Okay. Assignment. Okay, that's good. So that's great. Now what we can do is, oh, nice, we already did this. Okay, cool. Yep, I pasted in the one that already works, so that's great. Now we go to here and we go to free. We need to go down to our case array. And let's go here and we can go to, yeah, that's here. Yoink. Awesome. And then I think I already have one for array. Array add. I don't want to do array add yet. Oh, that's the only one that we wrote. Okay, that's fine. So let's go here and we'll go and yoink this. Test array free. That's good. New snake array. Bonk, dun, dun, dun. Let's set this to 2 and we'll call this array. Then we can do this. So we'll do snake array set array 0 foo, and we'll set that to bar. and then is not yet referenced by array. Oops. Array. That's good. And then inside reference in the array, so it should not be freed. And then we'll just comment all these out. So we should be able to get pretty far on this. Whoops. Array, test, array free. Okay. Good. So we get to 37, which is awesome. That's where we want to be. Okay, so now what I want to try and do is I want to do snake array set array 0 bat. Whoops. This was array 0 and baz. So we're going to overwrite index 0, which is foo with baz. Now foo is not referenced by array, so it should be free. Assert boot is freed foo. Then we can do refcount dec bar refcount dec baz and refcount dec array and assert boot all freed. Okay, that should work, I think, if I counted everything correctly. No, we're not going to do cycle elimination. We'll just mention that that's why ref count isn't actually as simple as you think. And then we'll show mark and sweep. And then we'll be done after mark. We'll do the mark and sweep thing. Is this going to be dynamically linkable for other projects you'll include in the course? Is this going to be dynamically linkable? Well, I don't know what you mean. Why would it? Like, nobody's going to use this. There's nothing here besides, like, objects. So, yeah, TC, we're not going to do cycle elimination in the ref counting thing. It's not. Mark and sweep like Java. I'm setting up Neva on my new laptop. Nice. All I wanted to do is use CSS. Do it. Do it. Do it. It's a very good call. Okay, so this is the good trick here, basically. This is the trick that makes con. All I wanted is to use CSS. Yeah, and you can do it. It's gonna yeah, so that's great. So this is exactly what we want to see with array. So foo is not freed yet because it's still referenced by an array, but then we override it. Now it is freed, and then everything else should be freed once we're done. Awesome. And half space. I don't know the difference, TC, no. Yeah, Wiru knows. Don't worry, reasonable. Okay, so that seems great. What's the next thing that I needed to do? Or is that pretty much everything? Oh, we needed to handle this for, like, snake add and stuff like this, right? Because I think... there's actually nothing in here that really needs to do that. So I think that's actually fine. That's pretty much everything, right? I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to include for this, for them to try and do. Lithium, that's funny. Because I think I already made them do... I think that's probably good. Where'd the OCaml at? Not in this course, but maybe someday. So I guess they already wrote this once. We could just show them that it works, which is pretty cool, I feel like. Probably worth showing. Probably worth showing. Yeah, probably worth showing. So we can do something like ref count with snake add. One of the cool things with how we've implemented ref counting is that our previous functions like snake add just work. Because I don't think we had to change anything for when we did this. We just need to pull back in snake add, basically. But we don't need this or any of these. Whoops. So I'm actually just going to go in here and I'm going to delete this and delete this and delete this. And we don't need this anymore. We just have this as, instead of this, we'll call this add. So we just have snake add and snake C. So this is just snake add. Its own function. Oh, we do still need... Now we can just write this as a data dot varray length. Or whoops, size, I think, right? The array size. We don't even need these really. And then we can do include snake add. And then this should be... Okay. We're making the C and OCaml. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Actual physics professor decided didn't need them and skipped it. Yeah, lithium, fair enough. Nice try, Twitch. Too easy. Nice. That's a good one. Yeah, so this part is what's pretty cool is that when we write this, they just automatically work. I don't really know that... I don't know what I want to actually make them do inside of here. So I guess I need to think about that, but I just kind of want to show that like these all work because of the way that we wrote this and how they're keeping track of them, which I think is kind of fun. What do you use to create new markdown files? I mean, the prompt that says new title. Also, what is your terminal you're using? I'm using Ghosty right now. Western's still great though. In the prompt that says new title. I wrote a bunch of Lua stuff so that I can. So see how each of these is like, you know, there's some number, it increments up, and it's got a complete, incomplete metadata, a README. It's got everything here. I wrote something in NeoVim that when I'm inside of this file and I press leader send, it makes a new thing. And so I can say example stuff here. So then it makes a new folder. It copies over all of the complete files into the old incomplete ones and copies them into complete. Gives me a new UUID, does the test, put the read-only file, and then puts the name in here. So that I can really easily make like a new lesson and not forget everything that I did last time. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. OCaml to Java bytecode? Why not? Huh? Why not? Oh. But I don't need this one, so I'm going to delete that. Okay. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting? Free int first, free vector, free string, integer add, float add, string add self. Oh, that'd actually be kind of maybe that would be a cool one to show. OCaml on the JVM, please don't. Test string add self. hello is new snake string hello. And then we could do snake object t twice is snake add hello and hello. And then we could say decrement ref count dec hello. You could say assert boot boot is freed hello. But we can still do assert string equals, and we can say hello hello. And then we can say twice data v string. Copied string still exists. And we need to go to add array. Oops. We'll do array add, and we can do this and do string add test string add self. And then we need to ref count dec twice and assert boot all freed. Okay. Sweet. See course when? Hopefully this month. We could do that in OCaml. That'd be an interesting project. When end course on boot dev? I don't know. I don't really know how it would work. I don't know what that would even look like, to be honest. I'm thinking about just deleting a bunch of these old ones from here because I think it's too confusing. I just want to show that this still like works, which is cool. When boot courses in NeoVim? Now that is a good question. That would be a pretty funny project. Lane? When boot courses in NeoVim? I'll write the UI. It actually would work too, which would be really funny. We could totally recreate the whole boot UI in NeoVim. I just messaged him about it. Maybe that should be our next project, chat. That would be so cool. It totally could work, too. Lane, right? Lane, it's actually genius. We can... Lane, your UI, no offense, looks like it could be in a TUI. I mean, I could totally make this. I could totally make this. Boot Dev Clyde's thing. I haven't played much around it. Is Boot Dev Clyde, does it let you do the whole... Right, so but like we can do everything, right? Promo code teach. Lane, after we launch this course, should we do it? Feels like we should do it. TGDV. I mean, I'm just saying. Boop boop. After like the second course. I haven't played very much with the Cly itself. Can the Cly already do all of this though? I haven't looked at it. Wayne. Don't tell Bad Cop that I haven't looked at it. Okay. But I haven't looked at it. Clyde's pretty powerful. It has 2 lesson types right now. Nice. What's up, Recursive? Could totally do one in NeoVim, though. Would be pretty hilarious. The other funny thing, Lane, is like you could have your LSP and everything working. Which is pretty funny. It wouldn't work perfectly. Like for the C course, you need to have custom includes and some other stuff like this. So that part doesn't really work, you know? You would have like, it would be kind of annoying. Some of it, but yeah. But that would be pretty funny. It could be a good idea. Could be a good idea. Oh my goodness. Imagine NeoVim being part of a product that makes money. Oh my goodness. Never been done before in the history of open source, chat. Literally never been done before in the history of open source. Need a long-running server to get socket updates with the confetti. I mean, you can run a server inside of NeoVim. Do you have them, the boot dev LSP? We can make an LSP that does it. Do you have them do a local setup? But banned. Shill. Smart, Nightshade. Smart.
At all times.
Smart.
It knows this because it knows where it
Could you have them do local setup, but they'd have to set up NeoVim? That's the only way to get an answer. Is that mental? Shill. Permaban. Get him out. Get him out. Classic Nightshade. Nightshade, I don't know if you know this, but for me, I've had to refresh the Twitch page every time I get banned in Prime's chat. It just stays stuck at -1 second left of ban time. That's what I had to do this. I've been having to do the same thing, Lane. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what is going on. Twitch? And they say HTMX is bad, okay? I don't think Rumble has this problem. Just saying. Just saying. I don't know. I've never watched anything on there, but you never know. It seems like they wouldn't have this problem. It's not all the time, just like 50% of the time. True. It's even better that way. Okay, so I think that's everything that we need to do for this. I need to write a longer introduction for ref counting here. What's Rumble? An HTMX user. We found out on Prime Stream. It's probably because they did equals 0 instead of less than or equal to 0, Nightshade. Think about it. And it's some float thing. Yeah. Like, they probably said if timeout equals 0, then give them back chat, right? But there's some float drift happening where occasionally it's 0.000001. Can't visit the site because they block Francois. They block France? That's hilarious. Based. Very based. Very based. I would do the same if France didn't create OCaml. That's the only thing that moved me back to neutral for France. What? All right, we do need to write a little bit about ref counting, but I think I'll do that later. Let's make our, hey, just joined. Welcome, Keen. Am I missing anything from here? Can I delete this? We already put this test in. We put this test in. These are not really interesting anymore. Xavier Leroy is amazing. Yeah, Xavier, he's very cool. I have his master's thesis on my desk right now. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. I don't think there's anything else that we need to handle for this. I do kind of want to have like I do feel like I should probably have like a recap thing at the end where we sort of just go over some of the ideas here. So this will just be to do DJ. What? How did the first part get into that message? That would be like first about type theory. Oh, nice. He put in the emote. Primogen sus. Oh, Prime put it in. Prime sus. That's funny. Okay. We don't need that anymore. That's great. Yeah. The real course demand is for OS dev for IBM Power chips. Okay, I'll think about that. All right, so that actually works pretty well. Oh, we need to talk about cycles. Cycles. Here's a problem. We go, snake, object, T, star. No, we'll do like new array. New snake array. We can just make it size 1. We'll say first, second, and we can go something like snake array set first 0 second, and first, and then we can go second first. We don't know how to clear this out because these arrays reference each other. Now, this is kind of a stupid example, but in real life, you could have something like an employee object and a department object, and they could both have cyclical references to each other. These would never get cleared by our ref counting GC. There are a few algos for checking for cycles, we'll say, and or smarter ref counting strategies that can handle this problem. We're going to explore one of those solutions in the next chapter. Mark and sweep garbage collection. Slippery snake. The slippery snake. Is this course free or paid? It's paid, but you can read the content for free. It'll be on boot dev, just like the other courses. You can read it for free. Slippery snake. The slippery snake. We do need to use that as a string at some point. I think we need to, at some point, use slippery snake. To do, mention slippery snake. Too fun to say. Okay. Algo is slang for algorithm. Algos. I'll just say algorithms. Seriously, it would be weird to do Collage de François. Can you please make a video similar LSP from scratch, but for parsing and lexical analysis? I don't know. That's an interesting idea. Okay, so that's everything we need to do for ref count. The hard part was actually writing all of the code. Easy part is copy pasting into 10 different lessons. Okay. Boom. Lane's gonna be mad because I haven't pushed this PR in a while, but I haven't merged this in, but too bad. It's the best place to learn data structures and algorithms. Definitely boot.dev, promo code TEAJ, hashtag not biased, hashtag very smart, hashtag super based. Did I really write 11,000 lines of new code? I didn't commit anything I wasn't supposed to, was I? I mean, I am copying quite a few files between these, but surely not, right? Whoops. I did write a lot of stuff in this PR. Too bad, Lane. Too bad. Lane, also, you have Prime's Git course, and we can't even do squash and merge. Are you even still here? Need, how long have you been at all this to make putting content together look this effortless? Are you saying like for the course or what? Why is this not legal, Lane? Hello? I'm tilted by this every time. He has Prime's Git course, and we can't even do that, just in general. Oh, I've been streaming for like 4 years now. Something like that. All right. Let's just close out everything here. Let's go here. Let's go to 11, chapter 11. Okay, that's great. Let me go grab. Do I have more coffee? Did I already drink all my coffee today? Dang. Terminal coffee must just be so delicious. That's crazy. How long have you been programming? Like 10 years. What were you working as prior to this? Well, I was working for most of that time still as a software developer. Most of it I was at SourceGraph doing language tooling stuff. SSH terminal.shop, guys. Just go ahead and go there. You can buy coffee. Personally, never write courses without a terminal coffee in hand. Lane, we need to do something together with it. I don't know what it is, but we need to do something. I don't know what, but we need to do something, you know? What is my normal terminal? This one? SSH terminal.shop. Here you go, chat. Look at this. There you go. Order some coffee. Look, why not just order 40, 50, 100 coffees? You know what I mean? I want him to white label the tech. Oh, well, the whole tech. Yeah, I know. Very aesthetic. I'm not afraid to ban you for simping. He's already been banned for shilling. It does sort of make like the balance in all things, you know, balance in all things. He also gets banned for simping and shilling in the same day. Same. Two sides of the same coin, as they say. Shill, simp, same thing. Promo code TEACH, by the way. It's okay to be biased, yeah. I have this white label terminal by Termius, so it sounds possible. Okay, I need to go pee. I need to go see if I have any coffee left. And then I'll be right back. And then we'll promo code TEACH for terminal shop for my own company. I wish, yeah. I should hire mind melding. Now that's scary. All right, I'll be right back. Wow. Hey. Fancy meeting you here at the end of the video. Just go ahead, give it a smash. You know, wow, the like button. You can make fun of me in the comments for that one. I don't even care because you made it to the end of this video. Thanks, everybody. See ya.